Good evening. This is Bronson's By Any Means Necessary Fantasy Sports Talk for Wednesday, August 18th. This month is just breezing by. I can't believe it started the 18th. First, I want to publicly apologize for my last video. I have no idea why it took so long to post. I've had that happen a couple of times now. It takes like 12, 13 hours for a video to post. When I recorded the video, it was like 10:30 in the morning. And I was trying to get the info out, long before the games started at 4-ish o'clock. The video ended up not posting until around this time of that night. So it became a completely useless video, or mostly useless video. There was still some, Tucson information in there that was applicable, but the baseball stuff, which was the point of the video in the first place, really became useless. I don't know what the problem is. It'll probably happen again. Hopefully not today, but because I don't want this posted at 11 o'clock in the morning tomorrow and being useless again. But yeah, I just want to apologize. It's not my fault. If it is my fault, I'm ignorant to what the cause is at this point in time. But I do want to talk a little bit about some stuff. Earlier tonight, I talked to, the little 7-year-old girl that I, she's not my biological daughter, but I do consider her my daughter. I'm the only father she's really ever known because her real father is a piece of junk. So, I try to be the father figure for her. She's definitely a little ADD, so it's hard to keep her focused, especially when you're talking to her on FaceTime or something. So I take, the little bit of talking that I can get as a blessing, and hopefully with more practice and more routine, she will get better and more comfortable with it. That's the plan anyways. So far it's not really working out, but I have cut, it used to be like I try to call every Sunday night, talk for an hour or so, or as long as it was just kind of forced at that point. Now it's kind of just more random, kind of more casual. I keep the conversation shorter, if it's 10 minutes and it's 10 minutes. I just want to get her comfort level up and help her focus on things too. But I was talking to her earlier, and we were in the midst of a conversation. We were talking about snakes. I really don't like snakes. I think they're not only disgusting, but I have an irrational fear of snakes. I don't want one ever. I don't want one in my house or anything. I was joking around with her because she likes snakes. I was joking that if she gets a snake, she doesn't get to, she doesn't get to see me or talk to me. She's got to make a choice. I gave her an ultimatum: you get the snake or you get me. And she very sweetly said that she would choose me, and that was very, very cool to hear. I figured she would choose the snake because the snake's there every day. Something she could play with, but she, chose me without prompting, without really thinking about it. It's just her natural reaction, and I was really impressed with that, and I was very, very happy to hear that. I just wanted to put that out there, put that positive juju out there. In my Dynasty Basketball League today, a very cool trade just plopped into my lap. It's a trade I didn't really have to work for, and a trade I wasn't seeking, but it just came to me. I got James Harden. So now I've got Giannis, Kevin Durant, and James Harden. I had to give up some picks, obviously, but I had a nice supply of picks. I still get one pick in this draft. Our rookie draft is finally happening, starting tomorrow. So I'm happy about that because it's my day off tomorrow, so I'll have plenty of time to devote to it. So I didn't have to give up all my picks, my pick haul in this draft. And I still got, a pick in 23, and I still got a couple picks in 2024. So I'm set. I mean, having a big three like that is pretty cool. I also have a little bit of more depth. I've been slowly accumulating some depth. For a long time, I didn't have any point guards. Now I've got a whole lot of point guards. I got a young guard that I really like. I don't know if you guys have heard of Tyrell Terry. He's a young guard I really like so far. He somehow fell to the second round last year. I thought he should have been a first round pick. Not getting a whole lot of playing time. We'll see if that changes with the new coaching staff, but I really like him. I like his game. I like his future. So I'm very happy that I was able to acquire him. Also, that did happen that happened this morning too. Actually, before I took a nap. This morning I take a nap. It feels like, I talk about, the before times like it was yesterday, but really it was earlier this morning. And my days off today was very relaxing, very refreshing, because I mean, even though I was on vacation, I didn't really feel like I had a day off because I was out. Because I'm not the type of person who goes on vacation, just hangs out in my hotel room and doing nothing. I'm out exploring. I'm out walking, putting miles on my shoes, wearing myself out, burning myself. So it's as awesome as vacation and traveling is. It's not relaxing for me in most cases. So, and then the week before that, before I left, I worked, 9 straight days. I mean, I work 7 days a week anyways, but UPS, on Wednesday and Thursdays, it's just like a 2-hour shift early in the morning, so it still kind of feels like a day off, because I can still come home, take a nap like I did today when I need it. So, yeah, but that last week I worked, 12 hours, for like 8 straight days or something. I was pretty burnt out by the time there, and then, my vacation started out pretty stressful, and I was out exploring, walking around. So today was a very needed day, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow being, more of the same. It'll be nice to just relax and chill. I'm probably gonna go to the movies again, like I did tonight. Which, by the way, I watched The Suicide Squad, which I was actually really impressed by. It was very funny. John Cena did great, and it was well casted. Really, I don't have any complaints. I don't really want to talk about it. There's like a villain, I guess you'd say a villain at the end. That's just kind of stupid. It's kind of stupid, but overall, it was a very good movie. Very funny, very good action. Really, other than the stupid villain, it was a good movie, and I gave it one of the higher ratings of any movie that I've seen so far this year. Lastly, before I get into the steaming and streaming section of baseball, we're gonna go deep diving into football here, probably next week, or maybe as possible early this weekend. I just want to get a few more drafts under my belt so I can kind of, talk from, I wouldn't say an expert perspective, but a more educated position. I have drafted seven teams so far. I kind of want to get to 10. I want to get to 10 before I go deep diving into my likes, or as I call it, spikes and yikes. People I'm loving on draft day, people I'm not liking on draft day, given the value at which they're going. I feel like 10 is a nice round number, a nice solid number to work from. So once I get 10 drafts under my belt, we'll go deep diving into that before the season starts. I don't want to wait till too long into the season, because I want to be able to take my time with the position by position breakdowns and stuff like that. I feel like last year I maybe went and jumped the gun, went a little early on that stuff, so I've been kind of holding off this year. But the baseball material is, as we're dwindling down the season, we kind of know what we kind of know at this point, and I can't really provide a whole lot of new information for you in most cases, but for those who aren't doing the proper research, and just need a little help, a little guidance, not necessarily help, but a little guidance, a little someone confirming your already the opinion you already have or whatever, I'm happy to help you with that. So without further ado, let's get into a couple of injury updates. Chris Bassett is okay. That was a very scary situation for him yesterday, but he's okay. He's going to have surgery, possibly season-ending. It wouldn't surprise me if it's season-ending, but I think most of us are just really thankful that he's not seriously injured, and that he's going to be okay. He's already out of the hospital, because that could have been a life-threatening situation. So very happy for him, and I wish him a speedy recovery, and that he can come back and continue to pitch like he did this year, because he was really having an outstanding year, and it's unfortunate that his career year was ended prematurely. George Springer, complete disappointment this year, back on the injured list. Who knows how long it's going to be this time. And Patrick Sandoval, a surprise addition to the injured list today. He was supposed to start for the Angels tomorrow, and he would have been a decent streaming option, even though he's definitely tailed off his last few starts lately. But and his ownership is now back under 50%. where it probably should be after his last few starts. But the Tigers would be a good matchup for him. He's someone that I trust was gonna be able, felt like I could trust against the Tigers tomorrow. Were that situation to happen, but now that he's out, it won't happen. And I don't recommend the other Angels pitcher, Jose Quintana, tomorrow. I don't recommend any Angels pitcher. Patrick Sandoval is hard enough to trust. He's another guy who's having a career year in what is, once again, a horrible pitching rotation for the Angels. And it's sad that his season may also be over prematurely. But as with Chris Bassett, hoping for a speedy recovery, and he can continue on the trajectory that he was showing for most of this season. Without further ado, steaming hot hitters, 3 guys to consider all outfield eligible, but some of them eligible other positions, such as Ahmed Rosario. He was making this list again. His ownership is creeping up, and it has spiked a lot, over 8% in the last few days. But it probably, at this point, it probably should be above 50%. Because of the positional versatility that he offers you and the way he's been hitting. Plus, he's still a young guy with a lot of potential. So Cleveland's finally given him an everyday spot, and he's proving that he deserves it. So he's a guy that we should be, he should be on our radar. Also, Connor Joe of the Rockies, he has replaced Raimel Tapia in the everyday outfield spot, and he is hitting really well, making it hard for Tapia to possibly keep his job when he does return from injury. So, excuse me, I keep itching my nose because it's itching me. I think I need to trim the nose hairs. Maybe that's what's going on. Yeah, probably TMI. And Audible Herrera is back from his injury, back hitting well from the Phillies. Ownership is way down at 5.8%. It should probably be better than that. I understand that he's, a lot of people have a moral conflict with Audible Herrera because he beat the crap out of his girlfriend or whatever it was this offseason, and he got in trouble for that. And yeah, it's hard to reconcile with the poor decisions he's made. But it's just fantasy. It's not real. So, it's getting into crunch time. We can always, if you're like me, you can always use extra outfielders. Always need another body in that outfield. Audible Herrera is probably one of the better options in a vacuum than most everyone else out there. As for the streaming pitchers for Thursday, I only have 2 for you now that Patrick Sandoval is no longer eligible to be on the list. Not a great day for streamers. I don't know if Taijuan Walker is eligible. I think he's over the 50% threshold. He's been really hard to trust lately, but for most of the year he has looked pretty good, and he did look pretty good in his last start. The only problem, I am talking about him, but I think he's not eligible because he's over 50% ownership anyway. But if he is available in your league, you might consider him, but he is facing the Dodgers, and I don't really trust any pitcher against the Dodgers, if I'm being frank with you. So I would bench him or not pick him up. But if you have him, you're going to start him. But I don't recommend picking him up as a streaming option should he be available. But he could, potential's there for a good day with the way he's been pitching the majority of this year. Anyways, we do have 2. Chris Flexen of the Mariners at the Rangers. Normally I wouldn't trust Chris Flexen on the road because his splits, home and away, much better at home, but he has proven that he can pitch well on the road, well enough on the road, and the Rangers are a lineup that absolutely nobody fears. They're one of the lineups that you could probably stream against on a regular basis and be just fine. They're normally not gonna hurt you. I don't suspect that they're going to put a damper on Chris Flexen's day tomorrow, so he's someone to trust tomorrow. And lastly, Madison Bumgarner of the I almost said Giants, Diamondbacks against the Phillies. Phillies are disappointed again, and Madison Bumgarner is resurgent, looking almost like the Madison Bumgarner of the old dominant young Madison Bumgarner. I think he's out to prove something, and I would trust him for at least one more day, and we can reevaluate whether we trust him again in another 5 days. But for right now, for tomorrow, for Thursday, I would roll Madison Bumgarner. All right, that's the video. I'm at 15 minutes. Hopefully this doesn't take 12 hours to post. because I want that information to be out there and available for you before you got to set your lineups tomorrow. So have a blessed day. Do what makes you happy when you can. Live for yourself at every possible moment. Good luck with your lineups. Good luck with your football drafts, all that stuff. Peace, love, and nacho fries.